Morning, 29th of June. Just come down to Latham to look at cattle. Well, I come down to look at some oats actually to see how they're doing. And my uncle Pete, he sheds go feed cattle while we're there. So yeah, we don't really need to give them much supplement food, but we just give them a bit of barley and some molasses to encourage them to come into the pen and to see, right, if they all rush in, everything's okay. Well, this fella here, we'll go and have to inspect him because he never rushed in, so there could be something wrong with him. There's all his cattle next door, his replacement heifers for his milk herd. So we out. So we are. So we out. It's a bit shitty, but it walks alright. Don't look stiff in leg like it's got belly ache or out like that. In fact, it's keen for a bit now. It's our late. So yeah, that's why we do it. You know, just to see if we can, if there's out wrong really. It's beautiful places. This in summer is Latham. In winter it's a hellhole. It just stands water and it's just bloody the wettest place on earth. Yeah, there's 32 cattle in this grass and it's about 35 acre. And this year there's loads of grass. So we've already mowed one part of it. Fenced it off with electric fence. We always put these little like flags because our cattle aren't really used to electric fences. So it just gives them something to look at and think, oh, what's that, before they get a... So all they need is one buzz and they're done, like, you know, they won't go near it again. But it's one get a buzz and it shoots forwards rather than backwards and takes out fence with him, which happened actually when we fenced the last field off. But we fenced this bit off. Needs a lot of grass at the moment, but another fortnight should be worth cutting. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of call for grass this time. I mean, but we've sold everything we've cut. There's a lot of thistles in this. Hell of a lot of thistles. But it'd be alright for, I mean, if we don't sell it, we'll use it for our store cattle. Bloody hell, there's thistles galore. Which is a problem, you don't want thistles in your grass. But to be fair, what we'll do, we'll mow this time. Probably next spring we'll spray it and get them thistles killed. And it will be a better pasture for next year. Better have a quick count while we're here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32. 32, right on the money. There's going to be some big cattle by February. I mean, this big leggy sod, yeah, he's a bit of a playman, but it'll be a big thing in sort of 7 months' time. There's some real good and some real nice Angus's, not Angus's, black limbs, and some big sherries as well. I mean, they aren't the fanciest of stuff, but by the way, and if prices were like they were last year on last February, March, April, it would do all right. But a little bit of a concern about this Australian job. Are they going to bring this beef in? It seems a long way to bring it, and they use bloody growth promoting products, what we aren't allowed. It doesn't seem very fair, and well, it ain't fair, you know. But whether they're going to flood the market with beef, they can't, because have they? Someone told me they've fallen out with China or something, so they've got surplus stuff what they were sending over there. So, but yeah, look grand. Yeah, where we come down, we should look at their eyes and check their eyes for forest eye and stuff like that, and make sure now it's lame, got foul. And as I say, that other one, I think there's nothing wrong with it, to be honest. I think it was just lazy and didn't want its breakfast. I don't just show you our good crops. These are shocking. Spring oats, direct drilled into stubble. I don't know what happened really, because they seem to go in alright. Whether they germinated and then droughted off, because we put loads of seed on. But there ain't many plants, very thin, short. They aren't going to do much at all. So I've come down, I'm going to put a fungicide on them, because if they get disease, that will be the end of them. I mean, they'll do a bit as they are, but they don't want to get any disease. So, and with them being thin, I know, we thought we were getting on top of the blackgrass situation, but with them being thin and a lot of air, a lot of light getting down to the bottom, there's a lot of blackgrass come as well. So don't know, a bit disappointing really, but it is what it is. We've got some good crops and some very, well, a few mediocre ones. They're better next door and in that field, but these aren't really good. But look, I mean, that's the slit what we drilled into. And there ain't many. Where are all the plants? Because bloody hell, we put some seed on. With spring oats, they only send one like shoot up. They don't tiller like wheat or barley. And so we thought we'd put enough, but I think it's droughted off. Because when we drilled this, it didn't. We sort of put them a bit deeper for chasing moisture. And then it didn't rain for weeks and weeks, and I think they germinated and died off, like I said. Oh, looks down here. Phil's having a clean up. We had some guests the other day, and it was a bit embarrassing. There was just muck all over. We aren't very domesticated yet. Well, he was, but we soon sort of beat that out of him.
Been a good dog, that.
Yeah. Hey. Well, it's a bit better.
Look, baby Neil's in that.
All the pink stuff. Don't know where that came from. And Ollie's off to the pub later on, aren't you all?
Watch footy.
Yeah, he wants to finish at 3:30. He thinks he's keeping the economy going because the pubs are going to make £8 million. Well, if he leaves, I ain't going to make much, am I? At least he won't break something.
Yeah.
I think you've seen our tea up before. It's a disgrace. A little bit better now. Ollie's on gate making duties. He's making a gate for New Year. So yeah. Not exactly dressed for fabrication, are we? Anyway, I'll end up with burnt leg. Hey, I tell you what, I will put some trousers on, because if you start welding, you'll end up with real bad sunburn. And I'm mending bloody sprayer. The Ramsey diaphragm has gone. Couldn't get pressure. Anyway, we've ended up with a bloody hole in that rubber, look. So what we're doing, we've gone to our local man and got a kit, and I'm replacing the diaphragm in here. So a bit finicky, but I won't want to deal with sprayers. I work with sprayers all day long though, because got dust on you, haven't you? Just don't know what you're dealing with, do you? I mean, I'm covered in it. And look, I was clean this morning. I'm covered in like spray residue. I mean, anybody doing it all the time can't be good for them, can it? I've got a mate who does a lot of spraying. Never wears gloves or out for out. Crazy. Anyway, not to worry. So that's what I'm up to. I think we've had our money's worth out of that though, don't you? That is what you call knackered. Just taking the opportunity to wash this sprayer out. Well, actually I have to do it because I've been spraying something what is not good for the next job. I've been spraying some residual chemical what would knock us. It don't burn on some coriander and things. It's good to have a good walk around, you know, make sure you haven't got a leak and your jets are working, because your jets are working properly, because you can see most stuff that we have, but not everything, you see. So yeah, you just look, make sure fans your little fan jets are working properly, look, you see. Sometimes on them big long days, well them not long days, or where you don't get a chance to have a look round back, you're never running clean water. I take them back dozen jets and put them to the side, so you can tell that your back jets are working properly. Just a tip I picked up at a Narosa meeting, like a spay operators meeting it is. You always go to them and learn something. There's always a bloke who wants to ask too many questions. Everybody else wants to just get off home. There's always someone who wants to ask loads of questions and keep you there for an extra hour. So yeah, everything's alright, yeah, pretty pleased. I've got to layer them with the fungicide. And I'd like to tell you that the better roast than I thought, but they are gonna. I think the worse. The thinner at the other end of the field than the way where we looked. And I think it's going to take more time to young combine head rod as it is knock 'em over, to be honest. It's going to be real high speed stuff. But anyway, live and learn. It just hasn't suited it this year. Last year they did alright, and that was a droughty time, but I can't understand it. But yeah, now it's pretty down here this year. But the wheat, actually, at the other side of this farm, is really, really good. So it's suited wheat as a winter crop, but it hasn't suited spring oats. Whether it's something we've done, we can't really put our finger on it, but no, very, very important. I've just drove by some of our winter barley on some real poor sand. It's starting to go down. Pigeons are sitting in it as well. But bloody hell, I tell you, it's really plumped up and altering fast. Heads are starting to neck over, and if it got a fortnight, 3 weeks of dry weather, we'd be at it. A bit of a worry, and it's just an indication that new spread of ours, because it's all in the middle of the tram lines, that it's not quite even spread. I'm going to look into that before next season. Slightly more fert in the middle than at near the tram lines. So there's a bit of overlap somewhat going on. So whether it's revs on the tractor or the discs are set wrong, I don't know. But no, it's looking really good. This is cassia. Bloody bold grains. Look at them grains. I know they haven't dried out yet, but they're filling fantastically. But why I've come for a look is, bloody hell, there's loads of rubbish in edge bottom, and I mean loads of rubbish. There's just not even half a boom, sort of a quarter of a boom, and I think the end of the week I'm going to go around a few of these horrible edge bottoms with Roundup and spray them off, so they're totally dead by the time we get to harvest. Like. So yeah, quite pleased with that. I'm very pleased with that. Yeah, and that's real hungry sand. It doesn't really produce anything, but that bugger don't do 3 ton plus. I would be upset. So pleased. Need some money back though, because bloody hell, it's been a right expensive week. We've paid for concrete this week. Net wrap bill, bloody band bill. We bought all our net wrap and band. Roundup, bought a pallet of Roundup. Apparently that's going to be in short supply. It's going up. I mean, we bought it for the £20 a drum dearer than last year, and it's gone up another £6 since then. So yeah, I don't know what's happening to the price of stuff. These companies are jumping on bandwagon, I think, just forcing prices up, and I think they'll knacker the economy before they're finished. Because, you know, people will either find alternatives. Well, there is alternatives, there's a lot of stuff, but price of building materials. We were talking, a couple of my mates who were in building trade, and such like, there are boards and stuff like that, and wood, and you know, plasterboard, bloody copper pipe, everything's just gone through the roof. So, I don't know, I'd be worried really. Anybody building an house at Northern Christ, they'll have a right bill. Right, that's about it for me today. If you enjoy these videos, give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see some more footage of what we do here. Just lately there's not a lot of tractor
want some oil on my seat, don't I? So I want to see Phil now. Actually, he's turning 8, so he wants picking up early.